常花心思。我们本来就准备了一个怎么样叫女性在孕期做准备的这么一个项目。那这个就有请我们的科学妈，来自瑞典的首席妈妈 Roni Boni 柔向莹，有请，感谢。
Hi, thank you for choosing Kexuema as China's top mobile startups. I'm humbled to be here speaking in front of all these amazing people. My name is Bonnie, and I'm the founder of Kexuema. I started this company because I know what it's like to be pregnant and feel unsafe. When I got the idea, I was running another company in Sweden, a successful publishing house. But when I realized the commercial potential of my new idea, I sold my company to devote myself full-time to this company. But then I realized how many lives we could save and how much suffering our service could reduce. So I sold my house and my car, and I took my kids and I moved to China. Oh, I got this clicker, sorry. And it turns out it was the right choice. We launched the app in January, and it's been a screaming success with 300,000 downloads in just 2 months. So how come a Swedish woman like myself can make a hit in China and be top 10 China mobile startups? I cannot take all the credit for this. What I do is the digitalization of a 30-year-long collaboration between Sweden and China. I got the funding from the Swedish government, the initial funding, and I got massive support from Chinese medical associations and universities. And we also got funding from the Chinese government. Pregnancy is not a disease, but we need to prevent the disease. Our app prevents and warns of complications. 61% of pregnancies are uncomplicated. How do you know if yours will be? You don't. Pregnancy is the #1 cause of death for women in fertile age. And we know that our app can save lives. And that nearly a third of those children in China born with disabilities can be prevented with this app. And that is why we want every Chinese woman with a cell phone that's pregnant to use our service. Our vision is to create a world where women feel secure and safe during their pregnancy. No mother or child should suffer or die from preventable causes. And now we seek funding to develop the next step of our app. We believe that with the right investor, we can have 80% market share within 2 years. Now I lost my line here, but as she said, it's 3 minutes left, so I need to get going.
就像那个备孕一样，这过程非常的紧张，所以我完全理解。
Sorry. So our service is happy and healthy pregnancies, and what we sell is time. Time saved for women and doctors. And a healthy child is priceless. Every 5 minutes, 3 Chinese children are born with defects that our app can prevent. Oh, sorry. This is a nice okay. Please don't judge my company because I'm not so familiar with this clicker. Anyway, we seek funding to develop the next phase of our app and to add the payment solution. We know that if we do, Chinese pregnant women in China will be safe. Thank you.
Actually, thank you, Bonnie. Thank you for taking trouble to prepare all of this. And now it's our time for Q&A between you and the journalist. I just noticed there's no female judge today. So I hope that those guys can ask good questions. Right? So let's go.
Just playing your app a little bit. Since you just start playing for like half a minute, gives us questions. Besides just including the metrics from different test scores that a pregnant will go through, what else does the app do?
Well, our idea is to copy the Swedish system. In Sweden, healthcare is free. So every pregnant woman goes through her pregnancy without seeing a doctor. She sees a specialist that has a 4.5-year education in knowing the complications and warning signs in a pregnancy. And that's a solution that we will put in our app. So the first step is this test tracker that will notify the woman if her pregnancy checkups, if her values are abnormal, and if they are, why that would be a problem and what she should do. But the next step is to have a customized app to give personalized advice for the women.
So in terms of the advice, did you crawl the web? Did you get advice from other people? Did you put it in the database so that based on the scores that the user provide, you try to come up with customized solutions? How does that work?
Well, there's when it comes to pregnancy, there's a very predictable phase that you go through. So our focus would be the pre-diagnosis. So if there's a problem, if there's a warning sign that's serious, then we will direct her to a doctor. We could also connect her with an online chat with a professional.
So how localized is the solution today? Is it linked to hospitals in China already? Or?
Yes. The first medical tracker is developed together with Beijing Obstetrics. So we're using a system that we use in Sweden, but we have the reference values and everything's adapted to the Chinese women.
Thank you.
If I'm going to try you're adapting the model that is proven, so to speak, in Sweden, using technology to scale it in China. Once that is done, how fast can you scale that globally? How specific it is to, culture by culture?
We just need translators. It's extremely scalable to a global market. Because what happens to a woman when she's pregnant is basically the same thing, whether she's in Africa, Sweden, China, or India. She may have some different challenges in her life and have different types of complications, but it's extremely scalable.
Okay, thank you both. Yeah, so, yeah.